So Vlad made some comments. DJ Vlad from Vlad TV made some comments about Shannon Sharpe the other day while he was talking to Michael Blackson. Um, it could be perceived as hating. I mean, not even perceived; it was hating. In the context of how much money Shannon Sharpe made off his Katt Williams interview, and in the context of how an interview can be done. He was saying to Michael Blackson that he can get him to come in and just talk a whole bunch of shit about people, and then you know that's how it will go. Pretty much saying that he'll get the same amount of views Shannon Sharpe gets if he brings somebody in just to talk crazy about other people. Which Vlad has done that before, bringing people in and they've talked about other people, and he didn't get 60 million views on one interview. So, that doesn't really make any sense. Vlad understands how YouTube works. So, in his mind, he has this belief that, he can gauge somebody else's income from just knowing how that he got paid, how his interviews go up. But YouTube works off of CM, RPM, and CPM. So if you have a good CPM, good RPM, you'll make a lot of money. A lot of people gauges that off of the holiday season. Me personally, my CPM has been highest right now. Over the holiday season, I had the lowest CPM that I've ever had in my channel history since I had my channel monetized in last a couple of years. I had the lowest CPM this whole holiday season. So you really make nothing, to be honest with you. So now my CPM is up the highest that I've seen it in a while after the holidays. So for Vlad, I don't think he gets that. And I think when he's gauging that Shannon Sharpe is only talking about making the money from YouTube, it's not what he's saying. Shannon Sharpe said all social platforms. And he had 320 million views, and then he had millions of downloads also. So when you include, I guess Spotify and all these things all together, it was an accumulation of all the money coming from all the platforms that he has been making money on. It's a good chance that he has made millions off of this interview. I could see that happening. You can calculate that he put out one interview, he had 60 million views, 60 million plus views off of it. One long interview. It's about 2 hours, almost, maybe almost 3 hours. And then he can have multiple commercial breaks in it. So multiple commercial breaks brings up your revenue. So if he has multiple commercial breaks in it, Shannon Sharpe is probably making a good amount of money. I'm not going to gauge his CPM by trying to guess what number it is because you don't know. I've seen YouTubers that are stars, that are bigger YouTubers, say that they get higher CPMs, IRPMs than most other YouTubers that are probably getting the same amount of views, but they're more noticeable. People know them more. So I've seen them say that. So, I guess with Vlad, his mind is only set on YouTube because I guess that's where his platform mostly live, is on YouTube. Well, Shannon Sharpe has a multimedia wide platform that's on almost every streaming platform. Every major streaming platform that you can stream because he got a good amount of downloads for his for that Katt Williams thing, for the Katt Williams interview. So it's 1.6 million downloads. That's a lot of downloads for a podcast. Some people just get thousands. Some people get like 30,000 a month, and that's successful for them when it comes to downloading podcasts off these things. So getting 1.6 million, that's achieving a great stature of downloads. Vlad, it's not clear how much of hate it is, but there is some hate in there. When you're throwing in how much you think the man make, you're trying to deny him making the money that he's saying. And we don't know what Shannon Sharpe has made. So I've seen a lot of YouTubers who are big YouTubers talked about it. Some say they can conceive that he made a lot of money, and then we have some that say they don't see how it's possible. But we're not just talking about YouTube, and I think everybody is falling in that trap of thinking that when Shannon Sharpe said that he made money off the interview, that he's only talking about YouTube. Yes, the video that Shannon Sharpe did is the highest viewed interview on YouTube. Uh, but Joe Rogan has done interviews that got a lot of downloads, also a lot of views on Spotify and stuff like that. So it leads me to believe that Vlad is only on one track of thinking of counting and not realizing that there's more avenue. Because I've even heard him himself said that he hasn't explored all the avenues that he should have, and he's bringing in people to help him explore more avenue for him to make more money. So he's just been, I guess, relying on YouTube, AdSense, and membership, when that's kind of difficult to keep up with if your CPM goes up and down. So if you get a CPM that's $5, you're not really getting any paid. If you get a CPM that's $30, $40, $50, I've seen YouTubers say they have $80 CPMs, and and that makes them good amount of money. So when Vlad is saying this stuff, he's saying it from him thinking that he knows what Shannon Sharpe is doing, but he's also saying this with a little bit of hate because he's comparing himself to him. He's saying he gets 50 million views a month when Shannon Sharpe got 50 million views on one interview. And a lot of people will say, well, that's the same. It's not. Vlad clips that goes out are usually shorter clips. And Shannon Sharpe did that also. After he did the 60 million views, he has clips that go out that got at 1 million, 2 million views off of the same interview. But the long form interview is able to give you a lot more revenue than the short form interview, if you get what I'm saying. So I can conceive that Shannon Sharpe made he said it's the highest. He made more money off this interview than he ever made in his whole career playing football. So not whole career, a whole year in playing football. So I can see maybe he made a $6 million altogether, $7 million off this whole interview. Around that. Maybe I could see that off all platforms, not YouTube. But we're not just talking about YouTube, and I don't want anybody to feel like we're just talking about YouTube. And when I said there's a little bit of hate there, what Vlad said was, "Hey, Shannon Sharpe can just I could just bring people onto here to talk crazy about other people, and I'll get the view." A lot of people have done that, and they don't have 60 million views. So just throwing those little shots right there, you pick up on where you hear him saying stuff like that. So it's kind of like he wants to go at Shannon for a certain reason. There's a lot of jealousy when you're in the podcast space. If you're doing better than some, we see Steven Jackson and countless other people take shots at Shannon Sharpe because he's at the peak of the podcasting thing right now. Vlad is saying that him and Shannon Sharpe does the same thing. Well, they don't. He's saying that Shannon Sharpe doesn't get the disses that he get, but Shannon Sharpe doesn't do the same thing Vlad does. Of course, they both have platforms that do interviews. They both have platforms that talk to other celebrities at times, that they have conversations about what's going on with them. Yes, but it's in a different format. It's in a different style. It's in a different way. So in a way, yes, maybe they do the same thing, kind of. But Shannon Sharpe don't bring gangster rappers or hood rappers on to talk about their ops and to talk about what they used to do in the hood. And I'm not blaming Vlad for any of that, because you're a man, you came up there to the show and you spoke. Whatever happens, happens. So, that's how I look at it. But yeah, let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. I'm gonna get up out of here.